What's happening, everybody? Time for another whiskey review. That's Mikey, I'm Narby.
What's up, guys?
We are doing our third part of our bourbon review. Hope you guys enjoyed the first two. And again, another special release, another barrel/cask strength whiskey. I'll let Mike talk about what bottle we're reviewing while I pour ourselves a little drink.
So every year, Four Roses releases their special small batch bourbon series, but this one is especially unique. This is their 125th anniversary edition. It's 3 different recipes of bourbon. One 18-year-old recipe and 2 13-year-old recipes. And when they put this out, many critics who love Four Roses said it's one of the best, if not the best, Four Roses recipes ever, overall.
Yeah, we read a couple of reviews when this came out, and it was already sold out in the United States. And we obviously were so intrigued by reading such great things. And it's not always true when you're reading good things about something. Just because someone says it's good doesn't mean it is. But it definitely drew interest. And we don't have the same experience with bourbon as we do with Scotch, as we've talked about in previous video. So we definitely wanted to at least know what this was about. So we actually acquired this from the UK, believe it or not, even though it's an American whiskey. It is bottled at 51.6% ABV. Obviously a highly collectible item. Do you remember how much this was when it first came out? I don't remember.
I think it was about $110 US.
You sure? That's it?
Yeah.
Okay, so it wasn't a very expensive bottle when it first came out. This goes for quite a bit more now in the auction world as bourbon has gone up in value, similar to what Scotch did over the last years or so. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and check out the color. It's not extremely dark. It's obviously a full golden color, but it's not getting to that super rich brown color. On the nose, this is nice.
Also, too, the benefit.
Yeah.
Look at all the air that's come through the bottle.
Yeah.
It just seems like, especially with this one, it's gotten better and better.
Yeah, this one's
every
been
year
breathing for a while. It cask strength. And again, a lot of times that'll benefit. A lot of people ask about leaving a bottle kind of down here, and they really worry about all the air going in there and what they should do to it. And the answer is, there are times where the whiskey starts flattening out and getting a little off, not as high in quality. The key is, my recommendation is test it. The bottle gets, once it's kind of more than halfway full, I wouldn't worry too much. But once it gets to the halfway point, test it every once in a while. If you notice it's starting to change, then you could transfer it into smaller vials. And I know I did promise someone to show them an example of what the smaller vials look like. I'll make sure to do that in the next review. There's little vials you could buy. I promised a while back that I was going to show them in the review to someone, and I haven't yet. But again, back to the whiskey. It's extremely silky. It's like it's you'd have to nose it yourself to know what I'm talking about. It's very floral. So with the first 2 reviews that we did, I didn't get that floral aspect from either one of them.
And also, especially the last one, the Booker's, I think they might have overdone it on the alcohol. Like, this is only 51.3%, and this is much more in line, the nose, with a 50%, plus Scotch that we're used to. To me, just the right amount with a cask strength whiskey.
Yeah, this is nosing like it's been aged for a long time. If I want to compare it to, like, let's say a Scotch, which we're very familiar with. Floral, it's honeyed, it's not overly sweet. It's got dark fruits, it's got citrus fruits.
Yeah, I would say, this is between 13 and 18 years aged. I'd say this is similar to a 25 to 35-year-old Scotch. to show you the difference of bourbon aging versus Scotch. Like if you age a bourbon for 30 years, 35 years, it's done. It's just pure oak.
It's
show you the difference.
It's very fruity. I'm getting like apple skin. I'm getting like pineapple.
Oh yeah.
I'm getting orange. I'm getting lemon. I'm getting grapefruit. I'm getting milk chocolate.
I'm getting crazy tropical mangoes. I'm getting very dark, jammy raspberries and cherry cordial and milk chocolate and dark chocolate.
It's not overly syrupy in terms of the corn syrup that I've talked about in the previous reviews with bourbon. It's not offensive in the sweetness, which I love. And this is definitely
this
improved.
This is not even like aging like that much of a bourbon at all. This is really, really unique. I'm getting crazy bright apricots.
Yes. Yes, those apricot and peach flavors. It's very fruity. It's very fruity. It's very silky. It's not very spicy. I'm not gonna go with the peppers and cinnamon with this one, you know?
But I'm getting a very nice vanilla mixed with a very beautiful toasted oak. So I'm getting those oak qualities, but it's a nice, like lightly toasted sweet oak. So it's perfectly balanced.
That silkiness, and it's now getting, it's like reminding me of an oil. It's almost like olive oil, like it's oily.
That's what you want.
There's another note in there, and I can't put my word on it. It's frustrating me because I want to explain it to you guys. I'm just getting a little rhubarb. You ever had rhubarb?
Yeah.
I was born and raised in Sweden, and rhubarb was very popular over there, so we'd have rhubarb all the time. We'd get the rhubarb, peel it, and put sugar on it and eat it. We'd also do a lot of rhubarb pie. Oh, this is fun. This is good. This is exciting. You can see that we've had this quite a few drams of this, but we haven't had it in a while, and it's just sitting out. And nose-wise, this is the most enjoyable it's ever been.
Yeah,
This
so
is
see,
really good.
That's why it's tricky that you can't be too paranoid about letting the whiskey get down to a low level, because sometimes it's paradise when it gets super low. Sometimes it can ruin it. So that's why, like Narby said, it's all about trial and error. When it gets to a certain point, you just gotta, even trying a little bit, just try it every now and then, and you'll figure out that perfect level depending on which whiskey it is. Because this right now is paradise.
It's very candied. That's one thing, you know, like those gummy, like when we drink Springbanks, we talk about those candied gummy bears. It's candied fruits too. All right, on the palate.
This is unlike like any bourbon I've ever had.
Perfect strength. Citrus fruits, vanilla, chocolate, light honey instead of dark honey, pineapple, apricot, peach,
Look at 60s Bowmore.
apple skin,
Insane.
orange peel.
The whole orchard.
Yeah.
You named it.
This is really good. Wow. Finish is lingering. Oak plays beautiful with the fruit. Slight, like leather kind of drying in the back of the sides of the tongue. Just awesome. You don't want to change it, so I'm not going to add any water to it. Finish just lingers perfectly. Really cool.
Yeah. And the question is, even starting at 51.6% is the answer that we've let just enough air into it over the life of the bottle that it's at that perfect medium point. I don't know, but there's no way you'd add any water to this right now. This is perfect.
I was talking to a guy at work today. He was asking whiskey questions, and I said he always asks me to recommend him bottles to buy, and I told him to buy this Compass Box bottle. It was $200, and I said, if you don't like this whiskey, because I was a little worried about him not liking peated whiskeys, because it's kind of new, so it's a little risky when you're new to whiskey to go for a peated one. I said, try it. If you don't like it, put the bottle away, leave it for a year. Come back to it after a year, after your palate has experienced a lot more, and all of a sudden you might love it. Well, with this bourbon, I remember the first time I had it. When did we get this? A couple years ago? 2 years ago? 3 years ago?
2 years ago.
Okay. I didn't love it. I didn't love it the second time or the third time either. So it's kind of been pushed to the side, and I really, really like it now. So when you do get a bottle that you don't really, really enjoy, don't freak out. I'm not saying it's guaranteed that you're going to enjoy it later. Maybe you'll never enjoy it. But at the same time, don't be like, oh, this is a whiskey that I don't like. Let me just start handing it away, you know? Or let's drink it really, really fast so we get rid of it and get another bottle. Put it to the side and then revisit. Because that definitely, our palates change on the day you might have had a certain kind of food, or, you know, a certain amount of water. It could be anything, you know. Each day is a little bit different as well. So score-wise for me, I really, really enjoyed this. This is a 92. Very excellent score, 92 out of 100. So I'm excited to score a bourbon that high.
I give it 93 out of 100.
Yeah, so awesome whiskey for the price that we got it at. Absolutely worth it. We'll see you guys for our final 4th review. We got a special one, and we'll see you then. Cheers.
It's going to be a big one. Cheers.